So then I said, what do you take me for, a peasant? 69 million coins for a friend request? You must be joking. I threatened to report him to the proper authorities, of course, obviously a form of harassment. The elite privilege of my friendship was clearly undervalued in the most insulting way, but he came to his senses and we settled on a Clune boat, creative mind, and space helmet in exchange for my friendship. I put the poor beggar in his place, wouldn't you say? More, you say? I should have asked for more. Well, I suppose you have a point, but a deal is a deal, and I, being the gracious philanthropist that I am, will honor that deal. In hindsight, I could have at least gotten ambassador rank from the man. No matter, thank you for your wisdom. You've always been an exquisite advisor, Jerry. I'm sorry I tried to kill you so many times. You might be the friend I truly needed all along. Kill my parents, you say? Another exquisite idea, Jerry. Last video, I maxed my farming, mining, combat, and foraging skills in Hypixel SkyBlock, and gave each skill a rating based on how it affected me mentally to max it out. You can check out that video here. This is part 2. To recap, here are the ratings so far. Farming, 7.25 out of 10. Mining, 7.75 out of 10. Combat, 7.5 out of 10. And foraging, 4 out of 10. All we got left is fishing, enchanting, and alchemy. I maxed my carpentry as well, but there's nothing really to say about that one. Craft shit, get carpentry XP. I don't think I gave a single minute of conscious focus to leveling that skill. I think most of my XP came from my early days in SkyBlock. Please wait a bit before doing this. Anyway, before I get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, World of Tanks, a free-to-play online strategy game for PC. With over 100 million players worldwide, this game is perfect for anyone who enjoys playing with 100 million players worldwide. Collect and battle with over 600 unique tanks, destroyers, artillery, light, medium, and heavy tanks, all completely historically accurate with authentic models and vehicle characteristics. It feels like you're actually driving a tank. Navigate through open fields, deserts, mountains, forests, and urban cities. There are over 40 different arenas to play on, each one with unique obstacles and challenges. Earn experience, modify and upgrade your tanks to dominate anyone or anything that stands in your way. You can download World of Tanks at the link in the description. Use promo code TANKMANIA to start your free account with 250,000 credits, the premium tank Excelsior, which is a tier 5 tank, and 3 tier 6 rental tanks for 10 battles each. Plus you'll get 7 days of premium, which grants 50% more XP per battle, premium mission rewards, and many other perks to help you get started. These videos wouldn't be possible without sponsors, so huge thanks again to World of Tanks for supporting my channel. Link is in the description. Now back to maxing my Hypixel SkyBlock skills. Let's start off with Fishing 50. Fishing is another one of those skills that requires almost no movement. Assuming you can one-shot most of the sea creatures that you fish up with your rod, all you gotta do is find a nice spot and click the right mouse button over and over and over and over. It's very simple in concept, but there are a few aspects of fishing which complicate the process a bit. For one, I leveled the majority of my fishing skill before SkyBlock had loot sharing, which meant that every time I spawned a rare sea creature, I had to cross my fingers and hope that some random wouldn't aggro it and take my loot. I did a lot of fishing alone in an empty hub to avoid having that happen, which unfortunately reduced my fishing speed because the dolphin pet I was using gives fishing speed bonuses for every nearby player. The Legion Ultimate Enchant also gives Magic Find if there's players nearby, so fishing in an empty lobby probably cost me some good loot and a lot of time. Ease, 6 out of 10. Now enjoyability. I honestly wasn't very interested in fishing until Marina was introduced. First of all, smash. Second of all, so much more fishing XP. Not only from Marina's plus 50% fishing XP boost perk, but from the sharks in the fishing festival. Sharks give significantly more XP than other sea creatures. It's like catching rare sea creatures every time you fish one up, and they spawn frequently enough to keep me very interested for long periods of time. After Marina, I did a whole lot more fishing, participating in almost every single fishing festival during that time, as well as spooky festivals, which gave loads of fishing XP as well. When they finally added loot sharing, other players couldn't yoink my goodies, which meant I could fish in full lobbies to get my dolphin and legion bonuses. Plus, I could yoink other players' sea creatures, cause teamwork, I guess. Fishing is easy and mostly mindless, like mining, but with more diversity and RNG elements like combat. I enjoyed it a lot. 8 out of 10 on enjoyability for me. Profitability. Fishing was also great for profit, at least the way I did it. I fished almost exclusively during events and pulled in between 10 and 30 million coins per hour. During my very luckiest fishing festival, I think I got like 12 great white shark teeth and several megalodon pets. That fishing festival also happened to take place during a spooky festival, so I got some additional rare drops from spooky fishing as well. Profitability, 9 out of 10. Slightly less profitable than combat, but still one of the best money-making methods in the game. Efficiency. Now, although I fished a lot during my grind to level 50, a pretty huge chunk of my total fishing XP came from my minions. 30 tier 11 fishing minions, all with hamster wheels and flycatchers, working non-stop for about 4 months, and collected during Derpy, with my expertise 10 Rod of the Sea and a level 100 squid pet equipped, resulted in a leap from fishing level 29 to fishing level 39. Wow, not even fishing 40. What the f? Honestly, I thought it would be more. It takes a long-ass time to level fishing, or at least it did back when I was doing it before nether fishing. The minions only helped a little bit, since I didn't feel like waiting another year for my fishing minions to get me to level 50. It was a slow, manual grind after that. Efficiency, 4 out of 10, bringing my overall fishing skill rating to 6.75 out of 10. It wasn't the worst skill I maxed, and I actually enjoyed it for the most part, but I don't see myself doing much more of it in the future. Next we have Enchanting 60. Can I first just say, what in the absolute was this skill prior to the experimentation table? Literally all you did back then was splash a grand XP bottle, enchant a book. Splash a grand XP bottle, enchant a book. Buy more XP bottles, craft more books, and repeat for hundreds of hours. Literally hundreds of hours. If I had maxed enchanting during that time, it would have easily been a 1 out of 10 overall rating. It required 2 hands, which you all know how I feel about. It was boring as gave negative profit, and was probably the very slowest skill to level. I'm thankful to say I spent very little time leveling enchanting like that though. You might have noticed in my last video that I have well over 2.8 billion enchanting XP, ranking me in the top 86 players on the server. That should say something about how much more enjoyable the new system was and still is to me. The experimentation table is basically just a memory game that gives absurd amounts of skill XP bottles, and occasionally some of the most expensive enchanted books in the game. You can play it up to 4 times a day, and assuming you're using an experimentation solver mod like I do, you can knock out the task in less than 20 minutes with very little thought and effort. Ease, 10 out of 10. Enjoyability, I would say 5 out of 10 on that because it is a little repetitive and sometimes feels like a chore, but I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 on enjoyability because it is beyond exciting to see an RNGesus book appear in the super pairs. Then again, losing an RNGesus book in the super pairs is about the worst feeling I've ever had while playing this game. Are you f***ing serious? Why would they put that at the end? The last 2 ones anyone clicks. So far, I've lost a Growth 7 book, a Sharpness 7 book, and a Looting 5 book. Just thinking about those missed books is enough to ruin my mood even now. So I'm actually going to bring the enjoyability rating down to 5.5 out of 10. Profitability. Now, enchanting is not consistently profitable in terms of the rare items you might get. Most days you end up breaking about even when you factor in the cost of XP bottles and bits, but enchanting is consistently profitable in terms of XP, more specifically pet XP. Say you buy a level 100 golden dragon, or I guess level 102, since golden dragons skip levels 100 and 101 for some reason. That level 102 golden dragon is worth about 650 million coins. If you slap an all skills XP super boost pet item on it and complete all 4 rounds of the experimentation table, your golden dragon will earn about 900,000 to 1.2 million pet XP in a matter of less than 20 minutes. Starting from level 102, your golden dragon will need about 186 million pet XP to reach level 200. 186 million divided by 1.2 million is 155. That's how many days it would take to max out your golden dragon using this method. Level 200 golden dragons sell for about 1.3 billion coins, which is 650 million coins in profit. 650 million divided by 155 days is 4,193,548 coins per day, and it only takes 20 minutes of minimal effort. That means about 12.5 million coins an hour, plus whatever profit you make from super pair items, which appear at least a few times a month if you're doing it every day. And don't forget about Derpy, Diana, and Jerry, who all give XP boosts when they're elected, increasing your earnings from leveling pets even more. Enchanting is ridiculous for making money. Profitability, 9 out of 10. Now, efficiency. Like I said, 2.8 billion enchanting XP. Leveling up that skill was a breeze. I don't think it took me longer than a week or 2 to reach level 60. At the very most, it maybe took me 5 or 6 hours total. 10 out of 10 on efficiency. Overall enchanting skill rating, 8.625 out of 10. The highest rating out of all the skills I've maxed so far. Would definitely enchant again. Every single day. On multiple accounts, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Next up is Alchemy 50. Not much has changed about Alchemy since the release of SkyBlock. The best way to level up this skill is to brew exactly 1 metric ton of speed potions using enchanted sugarcane. It's not easy, it's not hard, but it is sometimes complicated in very annoying ways, like the fact that filling up bottles often creates vanilla Minecraft water bottles with no rarity. These water bottles can't be used in brewing stands unless you throw them out of your inventory and pick them up again. Why this happens remains a mystery to me. It's a seemingly random, unpredictable bug as old as SkyBlock itself, and you gotta use 2 hands for Alchemy, because automating the brewing process using hoppers is only possible to a small degree. You can fill them up with water bottles, but the rest is all you, baby. You gotta fill each and every brewing stand with potion ingredients 1 by 1, thousands of times, all by hand. Ease, 4 out of 10. Enjoyability. Brewing potions is monotonous, and I hate it. The only thing fun about it is taking all of the potions out at the end and watching my skill level and jellyfish pets go up. 3 out of 10 on enjoyability. Profitability. So I actually didn't record myself leveling my alchemy skill the first time around, and I had no idea how profitable it was. For some reason, I didn't think anyone would be interested in watching me brew potions for hours, but I've come to regret my decision not to record and document the process, because for the sake of this video, I had to do it all over again on my alt account. Helper man! my life, please subscribe and use code TheOriginalAce in the Hypixel store for 5% off at checkout. I can't speak to the ethics of supporting my insanity, but hey, that's your moral dilemma. Anyway, here's what I spent on it. 55 million coins for the enchanted sugarcane, 62 million coins for jellyfish pets and pet items, and 1.5 million coins on enchanted glowstone. I know the glowstone wasn't necessary for earning more alchemy XP, but potions brewed with glowstone sell for like 5k each, compared to almost nothing when they're brewed without glowstone, and I wanted at least some profit from doing this. So yeah, the total cost of supplies added up to 118.5 million coins. After brewing my way up to Alchemy 50 for the second time, I was able to earn a total of 126.5 million coins from selling everything. Overall Alchemy 50 profit, 8 million coins. I'll give it a profitability rating of 3 out of 10. 8 million coins might seem low for all this, but it only took me 8 hours to get from Alchemy 0 to Alchemy 50. That's a profit of 1 million coins per hour, so the efficiency rating is going to be a solid 10 out of 10. I knocked it out in a single day. Please kill me. Overall alchemy skill rating, 5 out of 10. Not a fan and glad it's over. So that's every primary skill in Hypixel SkyBlock and how maxing out each one affected me mentally. My final overall average rating is 6.69 out of 10. Funny number is funny. Haha, totally intentional. But you know what's not intentional? Check this out. Farming, rank 429. Mining, rank 1448. Combat, rank 734. Foraging, rank 2073. Fishing, rank 1625. Enchanting, rank 78. Alchemy, rank 396. Divided by 7 for my overall server ranking of 969. We live in a simulation. But Ace, you maxed out your skills over a year ago. What have you been doing since then? Well, I'm glad you asked. Me. Let's take a trip into a day in my life in Hypixel SkyBlock. Prepare to be very, very sad. With my golden dragon equipped as my active pet, and a second golden dragon with an XP share item in my pets menu, I start my day by opening up the experimentation table to complete my 4 daily rounds. While I wait for each new series of colors to appear in the experimentation table, I launch 2 other instances of Minecraft with my alt accounts. On those accounts, I collect my daily interest and buy my daily limit of 9 stacks of dandelions on both accounts. I convert these to enchanted dandelions and sell them for profit each time I reach a stack. Then on both alt accounts, I head to the dwarven mines to collect my free daily 20,000 coins from Fetcher, and I do all of this while completing the experimentation table on my main account. It's a lot of switching back and forth between windows, but it makes doing the experimentation table less monotonous, and I earn a few coins in the process. After I finish completing my 4 rounds, I gear up to collect the drops from my minions. A full Veteran 5 Crimson Armor set, Veteran 5 equipment pieces, and a red Aceholes talisman for maximum combat XP, which will go towards leveling up a different golden dragon pet, this one with a 50% combat XP boost item. I use mostly tarantula minions with hyper catalysts, which explains my string and spider eye collection rankings on the server. But I also have a tier 11 Void Gloom and a tier 11 Revenant minion because there's a limit on the amount of spiders you can have on your island at one time. If I have more than 29 tarantula minions, it kills the efficiency. Kinda dumb. Anyway, I party my 2 alt accounts, join a private hub with them, and collect my minion drops on my main account while holding a sword with a champion enchantment. I buy these champion swords on the auction house and can level up the champion enchantment from 1 to 10 in a single day with my minion drops. They usually sell for 4 to 6 million coins more than I bought them for. When I'm done collecting, I head to the hub where my alt accounts are and trade my golden dragon pets, champion swords, and Aceholes talisman to gain the combat XP for my minions 2 more times using these accounts. If necessary, I consume a god potion and a booster cookie on each alt account to maximize the XP I get. And hey, now this alt account has Alchemy 50. I'll get some longer potion durations and won't have to buy as many god pots. I really need to get a life. Anyway, my golden dragon pet levels up 2 to 3 times per day with this strategy, plus a decent amount of XP on the XP share dragon. I've probably maxed a few dozen golden dragons in the last couple of years with this strat. It's ridiculously profitable and pretty low effort. Next, I trade a couple of golden dragons to one of my alts and start the experimentation table. Again, you thought I only had 2.8 billion enchanting XP. Ha! I've done that 2 more times on 2 more accounts. Get on my level. While I'm doing that, I multitask on my main account, where I buy more dandelions, collect fetcher rewards, and spend my bits from AFKing the night before on god pots. I sell those on the auction house, and then sell the loot for my minion drops, all while switching back and forth between the alt accounts and the experimentation table. By the time I finish buying and selling all of that, I'm usually pretty close to finishing all 4 daily experimentation table rounds on both alt accounts. So I transfer my golden dragons back to my main, and head to the Crystal Hollows, where I spend about 15 to 20 minutes completing my daily commissions for gemstone powder. After that, I make my way over to the Crimson Isles, where I complete my daily commissions there. I kill one of each mini-boss for 20 faction reputation each, complete any available quests, like giving Pablo a flower, giving this not vampire a cup of blood, and giving this spider my alt accounts to eat alive. I'm literally killing myself for this, but don't worry, it's for a good cause. I get these chime items, which I'll use to level up, you guessed it, more golden dragons, and that's pretty much a day in my life in SkyBlock. If I'm in the mood and have some extra free time, I either do some some farming, grind some Kudra, or participate in the occasional event, but honestly, I don't play as much as it looks like I do. My daily routine takes about 2 hours, and that's if I decide to log in that day, which I don't do nearly as often as I used to. Most of this 12,000 hours of playtime is AFK time. My poor PC is the true hero here. Anyway, so after all that, with a skill average of 54.4 and 12,000 hours of playtime, what do I have to show for it? Let's break it all down and calculate my net worth. But first, I just want to say I rarely take contraband. At least 95% of my net worth was earned entirely by myself. All right, let's get into it. So at the time of recording this, I have 501,694,219 coins between my co-op bank, personal bank, and alt accounts personal banks. I keep 32 million in each of those for the daily interest. Not very many coins, I know, but we're just getting started. Most of my coins are invested in the items across my profile, like the armor sets in my wardrobe, most notably my Doctor's Space Helmet, Warden Helmet, Max Gemstoned Divin's Armor, Legion 5 Sorrow Armor, and Veteran 5 Fiery Crimson Armor. According to this net worth calculator, which is only kind of accurate, the armor in my wardrobe is collectively worth 2,863,659,561 coins. But I've spent hundreds of millions on this Crimson armor. There's no way it's only worth 7 million coins per piece. And my Divin armor might be worth 40 million a piece, but the perfect gemstones on them are worth like 264 million plus coins alone. So I'm gonna round up my wardrobe value to 3.5 billion, which is definitely still lower than the actual value, but whatever. And yes, I'm including soulbound items in my net worth. Next we have pets. All the pets. Every single pet in the game, all at the highest level and rarity, except for the legendary Wisp and legendary Kudra. Total collective value of my pets, 15,481,785,447 coins. That value includes the 5 other golden dragon pets, which I intend to level up completely before selling. And speaking of which, I got a few comments asking how I make 12 million coins an hour farming. You can make around 12 million an hour depending on the crops you're farming. This is how. I level up mushroom cows and sell them for profit. Now, last pet I want to show you is this legendary Phoenix, which I actually dropped myself from a Corleone NPC. What are the odds when you want some Corleonite, but all you drop is some orange bird? Terrible luck. Anyway, moving on. Accessories. I'm only missing 8 of them, but the ones I do have are all recombobulated, enriched, and most of them are reforged with the OG shaded reforge, which doesn't do anything anymore, but makes for cool collector's items. Total accessory bag value, 4,637,308,182. Next, we got all the random shit in my backpacks, including glitched items, expensive farming tools, stuff that's no longer obtainable, and admin items, which don't have an estimated value in most net worth calculators. So apart from my creative mind and Cluneboat, my backpack items are worth 1,513,270,312 coins. This Cluneboat, which is one of only 16 that exist on the entire server, and literally has the ability to change the color of the sky, is probably the most valuable item I own. Unfortunately, it is soulbound, but if I could sell it, it would probably go for around 10 billion coins, and that's being modest, I think. The creative mind item I got for finishing the Hypixel trailer is also probably worth a good bit. Usually when a player receives a creative mind, their name is displayed in the metadata along with the name of the admin who gave it to them, plus the addition of the item. For some reason, my creative mind doesn't have any of that on it, which is honestly fine with me. I think that makes it worth more, possibly even one of a kind. But since I don't know exactly how much the creative mind is worth, I went to a few lowballers advertising in lobbies to see if I could get a fair offer. He says, does this even have a price? Well, to me, this thing is priceless. However, NPC sell value is 123 coins. It's gotta be worth at least that much. No, thank you. Come on, man, at least make an offer. Would you buy it for 200 coins? Oh, he kicked me. Let me message him. Would you take 200 coins for it? This player has added you to their ignored players list. Damn, I was trying to give him a good deal. His loss, I guess. What if I act like I don't know what this is? IDK what this is worth. I don't remember where or how I got it, but I can't find it on AH. Okay, let's trade it to him and see what he says. He's taking his time to think about it. 2 million? And I was gonna give it to the last guy for 200. Is this rare? What is it? Just gonna keep playing dumb. I don't really know. I don't think it's too rare. This guy says it's not very rare. They're pretty useless. Just decoration item and sell for like 1.9 mil. Are these dudes just playing dumb? Okay, well, 2 can play at that game. How do you get these and why can't I find them anywhere on the server? They are only available at Halloween and Easter, but there are usually heaps. Oh, I see. So 2 million, probably worth it. These guys weren't joking when they said lowballing. They're trying to rip me off big time. JK, I know you're admin. Oh shit, cover blown. He knows something's up. They were trolling me the whole time. So still not sure the value. It's somewhere between 2 million coins and, I don't know, 10 billion. I spent a year of my life working on the trailer for this thing. I probably wouldn't sell it for anything less than 10 billion, so that's the value I'm gonna give it. Next, on the note of rare but useless items, we got the 12 Jerry Cake Souls, one of each color. Only 4 full sets exist, and I have the very first ever created. They used to sell for around 100 to 200 million each back when you could auction them, so at the low end, these are worth around 1.2 billion total. Probably more because they were the first ones ever created with the default rank Jerry nick. This MVP rank Jerry Cake Soul, though, was the very first Jerry Cake Soul. I sold it to a collector a while ago for about 1 billion coins. Anyway, moving on, we got my Ender Chest, full of expensive weapons, tools, fishing rods, and other items. Collective Ender Chest value, 2,176,261,985. Next, we got all of the minions I've crafted over the years. The only minion I haven't crafted is the tier 11 Inferno minion, because f me, that's expensive. My current minion setup includes 5 tier 11 Tarantula minions at around 125 million each, 625 million total, 24 tier 9 Tarantula minions at around 30 million each, 720 million total, 1 tier 11 Void Gloom, 100 mil, and 1 tier 12 Revenant, 60 mil. Then we have all of my unused minions, which include 22 tier 11 Clay minions at 250k each, 30 tier 11 Fishing minions at 2 million each, 25 tier 11 Slime minions at 2 million each, 30 tier 11 Gold minions at 1 million each, 29 tier 6 Mycelium minions at 1 million each, 30 tier 9 Red Sand minions at 5 million each, and 55 other max tier minions, which I'm just going to estimate and say are worth an average of maybe 2.5 million each. That's not even to mention all the minion items I'm using. 31 Flycatchers, 589 million coins, 31 Dwarven Super Compactors, 9,683,206 coins, 31 Enchanted Hoppers, 35,650,000 coins, and 62 stacks of Hyper Catalysts, which is 32 days worth of minion fuel, 367,386,406 coins. And that pretty much covers my minion stuff. Next, we got a bunch of shit stored in my sacks, mostly crops, which I'm saving for the garden update. That's all worth 82,679,299 coins. Then we got some Crimson Essence worth 30,219,943 coins, and Spider Essence worth 8,016,698 coins. But wait, there's more. Every color of Century Cake placed on my island, worth a total of 24 million coins. A complete New Year cake collection from year 1 to year 254, worth I'd guess around 500 million coins. A couple chests full of cosmetic items like minion skins and furniture, which I don't have time to look up the value for, so maybe 10 million. 323,000 bits, which can eventually be used to buy up to 215 God Potions, worth around 840,000 coins each, or 180,600,000 total when sold. And finally, we have all of the items I've donated to my museum, which is at 73.9% completion, a total value of 794,457,237 coins, at least according to this NPC. No idea how accurate that is, but at this point, does accuracy even matter that much? Anyway, that brings my net worth to a grand total of 53,616,512,934 coins. Holy shit, I did not expect it to be that high. I've been playing all this time with no clue how much my profile was worth. Honestly, 53 billion coins is not entirely surprising, considering the time I've dumped into this game. This video isn't just a flex, by the way. Sure, I have a 53 billion coin net worth, maxed primary skills, and recognition from the owner of the server himself, which, if I'm totally honest, I kinda begged for. But I made this video for a different purpose. I've put a lot of time into this game, and in the countless hours of grinding, I lost sight of some very important things. I prioritized my net worth and skill average, while my social life withered away. I'm ready to start something new and prioritize the things that matter most right now, which is why after 3 years of playing SkyBlock, I finally decided to break my addiction. By opening up my island for the first time. I can't quit this game if there's still more shit to do. It's time to prioritize social XP. That's the point of this video. SkyBlock is a tragic addiction. Don't be like me, guys. Help me be like me. /visit TheOriginalAce to give me social XP. Come see my castle and shit. Everything must be maxed. 90% off friend requests. Bonus points if you use code TheOriginalAce in the Hypixel store. I will spend my earnings from Hypixel on more SkyBlock gems, using my own code. Infinite money glitch. Subscribe today. Become an acehole. And as always, keep it fresh. Everything's getting maxed so I can quit this godforsaken game in peace.